Hi, everyone. I don't look like that. That's, whoa. I didn't realize that this filter was as intense as it was. Give me a sec. That's not my face. That's not my face either. There we go. That's my face. That's better. Hi, guys. So I just went on to my first Twitter space ever, which was wild. I didn't know how that worked at all. It was really interesting. Sort of just talking to myself with a bunch of people listening, I suppose. But I hung that up to eat an apple. And then I realized I have like a little bit of time and I haven't gone live in a while. So I'm here. Ask me anything. Let's hang out. I miss you guys. I'm going to have to go soon because I'm hanging out with Emlyn. We're having a little like music listening party to show each other new music. All right, let me see what kind of questions we're getting. Just put them in the comments. Don't put them in the question section because I don't like having to go back and forth. Please tell me you're watching The Voice. I am. I'm a couple episodes behind, but like I couldn't not watch Ariana. I couldn't not do it. She's just the cutest thing in the world and I love her so much. And The Voice knew what they were doing when they put Ari on this season. And it worked. I am like several episodes behind because, dude, 2-hour episodes is just like so hard for me, but I squeeze them in where I can. So yes, I am watching The Voice. Boop-a-doo boop. Beep beep boop. Just give me a sec. One time I saw you at Universal but was so scared to say hi. You should have said hi. I love saying hi to people. Just in general, if you guys ever meet me or like see me in public, if it's not like a super inappropriate time to do so, please come up and say hi. Like it always makes me happy. I mean, use your discretion. Like if it's like clearly not a good moment, then, you know, it's not a good moment. But for the most part, I pretty much always love getting to like say hi to you guys and take pictures and give you hugs and stuff. So always come say hi to me. You have my consent for the most part. Respectfully, are you single? Respectfully, I'm mad taken, but thank you. I am out of the game forever. Doop beep boop. Yeah, the Versace fit was hard. Do you have WhatsApp? No. You were my childhood and we're almost the same age. Thank you. She's mad. Yeah, I'm mad taken. I'm hella taken. Cuffed AF. Excuse me. Sorry. Just pretend that didn't happen. Favorite fast food? I don't really eat fast food. I guess probably like orange chicken, which, yeah, I know I was not eating meat for a very long time. But sometimes you get in a relationship and you date someone who's a really incredible cook and things change. I do still eat plant-based for the most part, but every once in a while I'll have chicken and I eat fish. And I've been known to have a bite of ice cream here and there. Why lost so much weight? Lost so much weight because I lived a really unhealthy lifestyle when I was working on the Thundermans. I, first of all, was not sleeping, ever. Because we worked all day, every day, and I was a kid, and I also wanted to have a life, so I had to work, and I needed to have a life, and I needed sleep, and I only had time for 2 out of the 3 of those at any given moment. So I would have to, after work, choose between, do I want to do my hobbies, see my friends, blah, 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 or do I want to literally just sleep and work and sleep and work? So A, I didn't sleep. B, I didn't work out because I just didn't have time to, or it just wasn't where my priority was, and I was injured for a couple years. And C, I ate crap all day, every day on set because I wasn't in control of my own food. It was just like this insane buffet of like delicious junk food all day, every day, and I was always just tired and cold and exhausted and just bored and like eating. So I was like above my body's sort of comfortable set point while I was on the show, and now I eat the way I want to eat, which is like I eat healthful foods until I'm full, and I work out every day because I love it, and like my body is a lot happier. I'm a lot healthier. I used to get sick like every month, and now I don't really. I mean, also we're wearing masks, so that helps, but like I'm just a much healthier person in general, which feels a lot better than I was. So that's why I lost a lot of weight. I do still like fluctuate all the time though, because like I'm a human. That's what happens. Sorry, that took a really long time to answer. Hi, Max. Do you still talk to Zendaya and Bella? No, Bella and I, like, have little interactions on social media every now and then, but I haven't really seen them since Shake It Up. That's not entirely true. I've seen Bella at a couple of events. I haven't seen Zendaya since Shake It Up, though. You should collab with Ariana. Listen, I would love to. Yeah. This is gonna sound really weird, but I had a dream about you last night, and it was super cool. That is wild to me. I always think about, I think that's super interesting. When I was young, I used to have dreams. I mean, I still do. Like, I would have dreams about, like, celebrities or people I watched on TV or whatever. It's weird, because your brain creates, like, a version of somebody that's based on, like, your perception of them. And so I always wonder, like, what am I like in other people's dreams? I don't know. It's very cool. I hope I was nice to you in your dream. Oh, this is fun. I'm enjoying this. I haven't done this in a while. Imagine making a song with Billie Eilish. I would love to make a song with Billie. I actually think that the reason I would most like to make a song with her is just, I feel like I super vibe with the way she harmonizes. And I just think it would be really fun to just, like, throw stacks on stacks on stacks of vocals together and just make these beautiful, like, really harmony-rich, sort of vocal-led arrangements. Also, Phineas is just, like, the most creative and talented producer in the game. I love everything he does, so I think it'd be really awesome to work with them one day. For sure. Are you and Jack Griffo still friends? We're not, like, tight. We see each other every once in a while. Let's see. Kira, I'm your biggest fan. Brazil, come to Brazil, says Mike's dad. Thank you, Mike. What time is it? 5:39 in the PM. Daylight savings time. I've missed you so much. How are you? I'm good. Thanks. This is nice. I'm having a nice time. Today was a busy day. I had rehearsal, and I've been filming, making content, and answering emails and doing stuff all day. And this is really nice just to hang out with you guys. I'm going to open this little questions tab again. I keep getting these weird, like, hiccups. I'm so sorry. How do you pronounce your name? Kira Kosrarin. Favorite song right now? I'm kind of in between. I tend to go through phases where, like, I listen to a lot of music and then I sort of don't for a minute. So I was listening to Maisie Peters' most recent album a lot for a while, and then now I've kind of gotten to the point where I listen to it so much I, like, have to stop for a minute. I'm not really listening to songs. I'm listening to mostly, like, I have, like, jazz on most of the time, either lo-fi jazz or just straight up, like, piano jazz, piano sax, all that. So that's actually what I'm listening to more than anything right now. Right now I have Bruno Major's song Nothing stuck in my head because it is one of my favorite songs and it's trending on TikTok right now, which makes me so happy. I love when talented artists have music that just, like, randomly blows up way after it's been released. But I just recorded a cover of it and I did, like, 10 takes, so now it's stuck in my head. Sorry, I'm scrolling through the questions. Ooh, questions. Woo! Okay, let me go back to the question section. Do you like rap? I do. I haven't listened to... I feel like all the rappers who I, like, followed and, like, listened to all their music haven't released recently. I feel like the genre of rap that is more popular right now is not the genre of rap that I usually listen to, so. Also, I know it looks like I'm, like, falling out of this top. I promise I'm not. It's just a weird angle. How's your hair so healthy? Thank you. I'm not gonna lie. I've been having one of those days today where I'm like, she's smooth. How is my hair so healthy? I don't really use a lot of heat on it. Also, it's just genetic. Let's be honest. Like, most things that have to do with your hair and skin and nails are A, genetic, and B, honestly, just, like, your diet. Like, eating, getting vitamins, getting sleep, drinking water, like, all the boring stuff it takes to be healthy. Also, I just haven't cut it in a long time, and it happens to grow pretty quick. I also have, like, a couple of little gels and stuff in it that my hairstylist gave me to use that keep it shiny, I guess. I don't know. That wasn't a really helpful answer, but thank you, I guess, is the short version of that. Boop, boop. Okay, wait, let me get back to these Q&As in here. Have you ever been to New Zealand? I have not. I would love to. I've been in Australia. Do you speak British? Sometimes. How old was I when I started working on my first Thundermans? I was 14 when I booked the role of Phoebe. I turned 15 on set of the original unaired pilot. What did you do today? What did I do today? I got up. I worked out. I went to a class. I came back. I washed my hair. I went to rehearsal for the show that I'm playing in Florida this coming weekend. I made some content. I filmed like 7 or 8 videos for my TikTok and YouTube shorts that are drafted and ready to go. Answered a couple emails, tidied up the apartment a little bit, and did a live stream. How dare you? Trying to catch me slipping. Absolutely not. Yikes. Someone's trying to get me to say the N-word by cleverly disguising it in a shout out. But I'm smarter than that. Who are you dating? I am dating a wonderful, wonderful boy who I love so much. Who is my favorite person in the world. 10 out of 10. Recommend dating your best friend. It's a good time. Would you ever do a Thunderman sequel? I would love to. I would be so down to do a Thunderman sequel. I got the super suit under my bed. It's right over there. I'm ready to put it on whenever. I'm a lot stronger now, so let's do it. Do you have a car? I do have a car. It is downstairs in the garage, and it is very dirty at the moment. It's actually, no, it's not terrible, but it could be better. Do you know AC Bonifacio? I do. I love AC Bonifacio. We spent a day together in the Philippines when I performed at the Mall of Asia a couple years ago, and she brought me on a tour around the whole city and showed me all sorts of things. She is so awesome. I love her so much. She just dropped a new song called Fool No More, I think. And I'm so proud of her. She's killing it. What's your songwriting process? It depends a little bit. You should put the suit on. Oh my god, what if I just put it on and did a live stream? My songwriting process depends. There's sort of 2-3 different ways that I write songs. So the first one is I'm at home I get an idea, I pick up my guitar, I go to the piano, I write a song, and then a few days later I'll go into the studio and record a demo, and then from there that demo will get sent to a producer. So either Max will produce it or it'll get sent to someone else and it'll turn into a song. The second way is Max and I write together a lot. He's always playing an instrument around the house, and every once in a while I'll be like, what was that you just played? Play it again 30 more times, and then I'll write a song to it. And then the third way is the sort of industry standard way, which is I go into a session and there's a producer and my co-writer and we kind of fool around with different things. That in and of itself, session writing, can go a lot of different ways. I've been doing sessions now for 3 years, consistently, and every session is different, but I've sort of worked out my favorite way to work in sessions. So for the most part, I like to start with an instrument, starting to play, then I will go into melodies, sort of getting some melodies out and sort of loosely blocking out sections. And then while singing those melodies, I tend to sort of sing nonsense words, which will eventually turn into a lyric or an idea. And then that lyric or idea that comes from my subconscious, I'll then sort of consciously build out into an actual song or story. Also, sometimes I'll write half a song and then I'll call my favorite co-writer, who is this girl named Alna, who is so talented and just the sweetest human being. And I'll just be like, hi, you have to help me finish the song, because she's just amazing and always brings this little special sparkle. She just totally gets me in my songwriting brain. We work really well together. So yeah, that was a long answer again. I'm sorry, but that is how I write. Any TV shows you want to be on? Honestly, all I want to be on is an OG sitcom. I would love, and there aren't really many of them on TV right now, but like I just want to be on like you know, Two and a Half Men, Big Bang Theory, Friends, Seinfeld, Will and Grace, you know, kind of show. Those shows, Everybody Loves Raymond, like those shows were my childhood, and they were the reason I wanted to be on Nickelodeon, because that's like sitcom, and I had the best time. I loved that job. It was so fun making people laugh, and just like getting to act like an idiot for a living is so fun. There just really aren't many sitcoms on TV anymore, which is kind of why I haven't been spending as much time in the acting world recently, because I don't like drama. I don't like having to be sad and go to dark places in my acting. I would rather do that in my music. Where is he? I'm guessing you mean Max. He's at the studio right now preparing the live session for the show that we're playing this weekend. Have I told you lately? Love your long legs. How long are they? Thanks. Hope you're not saying that in a creepy way, but they're very long. Michelle, hi! Will you ever have a show in Texas? I don't have any planned at the moment, but I'll let you know if I do. Hopefully next year. I think next year I'm probably going to be releasing new stuff like spring, summer, and then maybe touring like fall, winter. So hopefully by the end of next year. I just watched Two Broke Girls and I would kill for another show like this. Yeah, exactly. Like I would love to have been on a show like Two Broke Girls. I think I'm getting kind of behind on these. I'm sorry. Have you ever cracked your voice while singing live? Absolutely. Absolutely. Everyone has. Well, maybe not everyone. No, pretty much everyone. All right, let's go back to this little questions tab. Oh my God, there's so many. Oh no. Okay, I'm gonna do my best to get through these. Oh goodness. Oh, there's so many. Heck. All right. You made my childhood good. Aw, thank you. How did you meet Futuristic? That's a great question. How did I meet? I think we linked up through Twitter, to be honest. I think I was following him because I had heard his music and he DM'd me or something like that. Like I think, or I DM'd him. I have to like go back and look through our messages now because I don't remember, but we linked up somehow and he was going to be in LA and he came to the studio and it was like right as I was starting. Like I don't think I'd ever done a session before, maybe one. And he came through and I kind of showed him some stuff and he showed me some of his music and we just started writing. He like showed me a track and was like, hey, here's a track. Here are my verses, but like what he'd rapped over. And he was like, we need a chorus. And I was like, give me 30 seconds. And I like wrote down this chorus and recorded it. And we were like, tight. And then we did that for like 4 more songs. And then we ended up putting out the one that's out. I was happy that Thundermans is on Netflix. Yeah, dude, I had no idea. Nobody tells me anything. No one told me that it was going to be on Netflix. It's now on Netflix, Hulu, and Paramount Plus, I think, which is awesome. Considering it started like 9 years ago and ended like 4 years ago. It's crazy that it's just now coming to streaming. It's really awesome that a whole new generation gets to see it. Would you want to collab with Sabrina Carpenter? I would love to collab with Sabrina Carpenter. I have always thought that Sabrina is so talented and just cool as hell. She's awesome. Like, I love her voice. I love her style. She's awesome. She was awesome back in the Disney days. She's awesome now. Yeah. Also, her fans are incredible. Just, like, absolutely the best. I posted a cover of one of her songs on Twitter yesterday, and, like, her fans just totally blew it up and were so sweet, and I was just like, you guys are amazing. I love that. I feel like that always reflects really well on people when their fans are, like, kind and nice and stuff. It was nice. Would you ever come to Singapore? I would love to. Can you show your muscles? I don't know. How's that? They're little, but they're pretty strong. I don't know. I lift, bro. You lift, bro? I wish that the Q&A thing would not make me scroll down from the top every single time. Why did they cancel the Thundermans? Get this. They didn't. So we had a 6-year contract that we signed when we started the show, which basically means that they are allowed to keep you for up to 6 years if they choose to. So like every year they decide if they want to renew for the next year, renew for the next season, or if they want to let you go. So the 6-year contract ran out. Like, we did the show forever. Like, we did the show for a really long time. We did like 105 episodes. Most Nickelodeon shows before that stopped at like 60, so we were thrilled. Like, that was a full run. We got a movie. We got a series finale where like the storyline was wrapped up. Like, we were happy. We were good when it ended. We were like, great, we did our job. We made a show. Time to like go move on and do the other things in our lives and careers. So that's what we did. It's weird that there's this like notion that the show got canceled, because it didn't. It just ended. Yeah, season 4 was 32 episodes long. Most seasons are like 6 to 12 to 18, maybe 20 if it's a sitcom. But yeah, our last season was 32 episodes. Do you think you'll one day be able to detach the character of Thunderman? I'm guessing you're asking if people are going to like stop associating me with it. I think probably not. I mean, people still call Miley Cyrus Hannah Montana, and it's been how many years? I mean, granted, like, Hannah Montana is such an iconic part of our culture, but like, I think that most artists who come from Disney and Nickelodeon kind of wear that with them forever. It kind of stays on your sleeve. I think Ariana has shaken it now just because, I mean, she looks so different than she did when she was on Nickelodeon, and she is, you know, the greatest artist of our generation, the highest streamed woman of the decade, if not maybe all time. So she's probably sort of shaken that a little bit. But yeah, I think people are probably always going to associate me with Phoebe, and I'm fine with that. It was a great experience for the most part, and I just assume that if people know me as Phoebe, it's because they liked that show and it meant something to them. So I can't be too mad at that. Do you like pizza? I love pizza! Are you a K-pop fan? Do you love Blackpink? I do. I love Blackpink. How much time do you spend on your phone? A lot. When are you making more music? I am making music every day. I make so much music. It's just not out yet. For a few reasons that I'm not able to tell you right now, but it will all become clear next year, so just be patient. Let me get back to the questions. How's your mental health right now? That is a lovely question. It's good for the most part. I don't know. This week's been kind of strange. Some ups and some downs and some trickiness, but at this very moment I'm good. So I'm gonna go ahead and say good, even if it's not always the case. But thank you. Ooh, I like this one. What's your morning routine? Wait, before I answer this, have you ever been to New York City? Yes, I grew up in New Jersey, and my mom worked on Broadway in Manhattan when I was a kid, so I spent almost every day when I was little in the city. My morning routine is wake up, drink a lot of water. First things first. I don't really drink caffeine. I have tea sometimes, but rarely. So I drink a lot of water because that just like helps wake me up. Also, I do hot yoga pretty much every morning, and so you got to make sure you're like hydrated before you do that. Get up, drink a lot of water, open my phone, which I know you're not supposed to, but it helps me like wake up my brain and not just fall back asleep. So I open my phone. Basically, I let myself check each social media once. So I'm like, how's the gram? How's Twitter? What's happening on my TikTok? That's basically it. Sometimes I'll hit YouTube shorts too and like see how my shorts are doing. And then I'm like, all right, I'm up and at 'em. Contacts, wash my face, skincare, brush my teeth, take out my retainer, you know, the usual. And then I put on my workout clothes, and then I sit in the sun on the balcony, have a little stretch, and go to work out. Someone said, damn, you have a lot of energy. Hydrate, don't dehydrate. Yeah. Hi, Harvey. People always say that, like, oh, damn, you have so much energy. I don't. I'm existentially exhausted. I just talk fast. My brain moves fast, and I have a lot to say, and so I just say it quickly so I don't take up too much of people's time. Anyway. How did it feel when you first appeared in the Thundermans TV show? It was, surreal. I was 15, And I had been on TV, I think precisely once before. I had a tiny role on a Disney show called Shake It Up. So this was the first, I remember the first time I think I saw myself was a commercial for the show during Sam and Cat. I was watching Sam and Cat, and it was like the commercial where I'm like standing in front of the kitchen and Max like flies through the wall or something like that. It was a teaser clip of the second or third episode, I think. And I was like, whoa, Mom, I'm on TV! And I took a bunch of pictures. Honestly, I still kind of feel that way. Like, every once in a while, I'll open up Netflix and my face is there, and I'm like, whoa, look, Mom! Which is good. I wouldn't want to get jaded. Beep, 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 beep. Just scrolling through the questions. Don't mind me. Are you still as flexible as you used to be? I'm probably more flexible. Well, my back is fucked because I'm old now. But in terms of, like, muscular flexibility, I'm a super practiced yogi. I do yoga every single day, and I stretch all day every day. So I'm very, very flexible. It's just my back isn't as flexible anymore. Like, all of my ballet stuff has sort of gone out the window because I've had to let that flexibility fade in order to, like, keep that part of my body healthy. So my arabesque is pretty low. Did you ever work with Dan Schneider? I did work with Dan Schneider. Dan Schneider made Henry Danger, and Thundermans did a crossover with Henry Danger, and yeah, he was on set. It was really interesting. He is a very busy man, or at least was. I don't know what he's up to now. So he was watching the monitors, also watching audition tapes on his laptop for his other show. So both of his shows were in the same set, so he could go back and forth. It was Henry Danger and Game Shakers, I think, at the time. So he was, like, watching on set and giving notes and editing the writing while also watching audition tapes. So he had, like, 4 notepads in front of him. It was really interesting. I was in your dream last night, too? Damn! Why is everyone dreaming about me? Shit! My favorite food is, like, sweet potato, squash, pumpkin, anything like that. Just makes me really happy. All right, let me scroll back down to the questions, see where I was. Why do you love music? It's just always been a part of my life and my family. My parents are both musicians, and it was just always around in my house and something that was just kind of a part of me. That sounds cheesy, but... Did you go to public school while working on the Thundermans? I did not. I went to a private school that was built to help accommodate kids who were working. So we had a lot of actors who had to be on set and, you know, had weird hours and would have a lot of absences in the year. But we also had a couple of kids who were, like, training for the Olympics and were just, you know, we had, like, an ice skater, and she had to be at the rink, you know, 8 hours a day, and so the school accommodated. And we had a couple of kids who were, like, in touring bands, musicians, and we had a couple of, like, just siblings of celebrities who needed somewhere to go where it was, like, private and everyone was chill and not going to be, like, asking them for pictures all the time and stuff. What do you think about Ariana Grande? Absolutely adore her. Would you rather be caught picking your nose or picking a wedgie in public? I don't really care, honestly, either. Everyone loves picking their nose. I don't know why we all make this weird thing. If you have something in your nose, get it out of your nose. Like, it's your own body. I don't know. Touch your own body. I don't know, is that controversial? Not a question, but hi, you're so sweet. Thank you. That was so lovely. Are you still in contact with your castmates? A little bit. Not a lot. My mom died last year and your music helped me through it. Oh my gosh. Well, thank you so much for saying so. I'm so sorry to hear that. That's so sweet. Wow. Let me try to keep going through these. How do you break writer's block when you get it? So, for the most part, I don't. Like, if I'm not having ideas, like if I'm writing and I get stuck, I try to push through it, but at a certain point, just stop. The inspiration will come. You don't have to push it. Like, when you're first starting off, you have to sort of just try and like make bad things and make good things and just not worry about it. But I think at a certain point, if creativity doesn't come, you're brain just doesn't want to be creative right now. Go fill up your cup elsewhere. Go, see your friends, watch a movie, look at some artwork, listen to music, go for a walk. Like, do the things that inspire you, and that will help you overcome writer's block. If I've gone a really long time without picking up an instrument or writing, and I'm like, I'm just out of the groove, I'll just be like, all right, I'm going to write a song right now. I don't care if it's good. I'm just going to write a song. And I'll just write something. And usually 3 days later, I actually write something good. It just sort of breaks the seal, if that makes sense. Like an appetizer. Like, when you're so hungry that you're not hungry, like you're so hungry you lose your appetite. But then if you eat something small, then you're like, oh, yeah, I'm hungry. It's like that. Did you have plastic surgery? I have not had plastic surgery, no. This filter might be smoothing my nose out a little bit. I can't tell. I think it's just like a grain filter, but it might be making my nose a little smaller. I'm not sure. Do you like horror movies? Not really. I'm scared. What kind of car do you have? I have a Mercedes of the Benz. She's very cute. How was your high school experience? So weird. So weird. My high school experience was bizarre. Like I said, I went to like a really small school that kind of accommodated people not being on set, or people being on set. So it was small. There was really only like one group of like cool kids. And they did not like me. So I was not one of the cool kids. Which is fine, but it just was such a small school that it was literally just like either you were hanging at that table or you were like eating lunch in the math teacher's room, which was what I did. Yeah, it's fine. I get it. I was 2 to 3 years younger than everybody in high school because I skipped a couple grades, which like I don't regret it because it helped keep me challenged academically, and it also meant that I was able to spend more of the time that I was on the show post-high school. But it also socially sucked because there's nothing that 15-year-olds hate more than 12-year-olds. And, like, we just weren't interested in the same things. And at the time, I didn't understand why nobody liked me. And now I'm like, of course nobody liked me. I was an annoying 13, 14-year-old with, like, 17-year-olds who were thinking about, dating and puberty. And I was like, like doing cartwheels in the hallway and singing and never shutting up. So I get why people weren't a huge fan of me. A couple people could have been nicer, but like, it's high school. Shit happens. Where are you from? I'm originally from New Jersey. Because my parents are from New York, and they just wanted to have me, like, in the suburbs. And then I lived in South Florida for a while, but I've been in LA for 11 years. How do you make successful TikToks? That is a question that I actually can answer, because I have spent a lot of time talking to the folks at TikTok and learning how to make good TikToks. So the biggest thing is that you have to catch people in the beginning of the TikTok, like, grab them in the first couple of seconds, because one of the biggest ways that the algorithm decides whether or not to show your content to a wider pool of people is how many people watch past the first however many seconds, or like watch a certain percentage of the video. So people who start their video with like the hook and then get into it tend to do really well. To be completely honest, every once in a while I make a TikTok with the intention of like, I want this to do really well. But for the most part, I just figure like if people care, they'll find it. And if not, I can't stress myself out about it because, like, I'm not in control of the algorithm, so I do what I can do, and I try to just let the social media gods do what the social media gods do. Are you working on anything right now? Yes, I'm working on so much music, which I am making an EP or an album. I will probably release those songs as singles next year, just like one after the other, after the other, after the other. But in my mind, it's all building up to a collective EP or an album. You are hot. Thank you. Do you stay in touch with your Brighton pals? Not really, no. I mean, I wasn't really close with many people towards the end because I wasn't there for the last 2 years. Like I was on set 3 weeks a month for my junior and senior year. So most of my friends who I had in 9th and 10th grade moved back home. And then I didn't really have many friends junior and senior year. I had one friend who I was really close with, and he and I sort of keep in touch now. But yeah, I'm not super close with my high school friends because I didn't really have a lot of high school friends. I had a couple of chill high school friends. I'm really trying to like see as many of these comments as I can. Right now I'm in the like Q&A section, but in a moment I'm going to go back to the regular comments. Do you like jazz? Are you quoting the Bee Movie or are you just asking me? I do like jazz very much, yes. Okay, I'm scrolling back in the actual comments now. Are you friends with Daniela Perkins in real life? I haven't seen her in a while, but I think she's the best. She's such a cutie pie. What is the biggest obstacle that you had to go through and how did you face it? It's a good question. I feel like recently it's just crippling self-doubt and like just overall imposter syndrome and lack of confidence and like anxiety around performing. I don't know. How do you get through it? Just do it. That's probably not the best answer. I'm sure there are other like bigger hardships in my life that I've had to come through, but that's the one that's sort of on my mind right now. The algorithm is a tool, not a prison. I'd like to think so, but God, sometimes it feels like it. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. There's more people here than I was expecting to stick around for this long. I'm having a lovely time. Y'all had friends in high school. Put subtitles? How do I put subtitles? I didn't think that was something you could do. Are your calves still as strong as ballet times? That's a good question. They are still huge. Like they're still muscular because I like developed those muscles, so they're rock solid. But I did take a ballet class recently, and my calves were struggling to keep up doing releves on point. Just because, like, those muscles that you use on point are just muscles you don't use any other time in your life. And I hadn't gone on point in, like, 3 years at that moment. So, yeah, I've sort of had to stop dancing recently because of my body, my hips, but... I need plan B on streaming platforms immediately. I'm working on it. Honestly, every single video that you guys make, every single comment, it all helps. It all helps me get closer to being allowed to release that song. It's interesting, you know, the way that the music industry works these days. Like, I don't think people fully realize how much of an impact TikTok and social media has had on the industry. It's sort of gotten to a point now where you really can't release a song, or, you know, most artists won't want to release a song unless it's already gotten some buzz on social media, which is crazy. It used to be that, like, you put a song out and then people hear it. But just know, like, every song, every video, every interaction, every share that you guys do of the songs that I'm leaking helps massively and is all going towards me being able to put these songs out next year. So... please just keep interacting and try to be patient. I'm trying to get as much content out there as I possibly can so that you guys have some stuff to enjoy until the music's out, but I'm gonna feed you guys next year, so. Y'all, I am wearing a shirt. It's just like bunching up because I'm sitting, all right? Just calm your tits. What year would you like to go back to? I think about this every once in a while. I know that it should be like sometime in the past, but that's too many things to choose from. So honestly, I think I would like to go back and watch my parents fall in love. If I could go anywhere, I think I would want to go back to the 80s. My mom and dad were on tour, on the international tour of a chorus line. My dad drove behind the tour bus on his motorcycle and like wooed my mom with like dinners and drinks after every show, and they fell in love, and I would love to go see that because they're still so in love and adorable, and I would love to see them be like young. Doo-doo. Doo-doo. something by accident. Were your mom and dad both actors? My mom was an actress on Broadway. My dad was a music director, arranger, conductor person. Ooh, what side would Phoebe Thunderman belong to, Marvel or DC? Probably Marvel. I feel like Marvel has more... This could be totally wrong. I have not seen nearly as many superhero movies as I should have, but I think Marvel leans more into the comedy stuff than DC. Maybe not. Maybe not. Do you have more songs recorded? So many. So many. So many. Lots and lots. All right, I'm scrolling down to the questions again. I do not have a belly button piercing, though. Why haven't you answered my message on Instagram? I don't see DMs from people who I don't follow. Sorry. Sorry, I'm just like going through questions and I completely forgot that you guys can see my face. Have you watched Eternals? I have not. I have not. Your boyfriend sings too much. My boyfriend never sings. What are you talking about? I literally ask him to sing more because his voice is lovely and he never sings. Speak Portuguese? I don't speak Portuguese. I'm sorry. Wow, a lot of people from Brazil here, huh? God, I gotta come back to Brazil. Brazil. Hi to Brazil. Hello. I think I know how to say I don't speak Portuguese in Portuguese, but I'm scared to say it because it's probably wrong and you guys are all gonna make fun of me. Make Max release music. Dude, you guys haven't even heard Max's music. It is so good. It's so good. But he's probably not gonna put it out for a while. At least probably until my first album is out, just because he's been spending most of his time helping me working on my music. But do you have a whitening product that you use on your teeth? I think I just get Colgate strips or something from the drugstore. Whenever I think of it, I'll be like, oh yeah, sure. I use them every once in a while. I only use them on the top though, because A, you never really see my bottom teeth, and B, half of my bottom front tooth is fake because I got hit in the face with a golf club when I was little. And so you can't whiten filler and stuff. How's the Harpeggi journey doing? Oof. I fell off. I was really excited. I felt like I was getting really good, I was getting better, I was learning how to do it, and then all my friends were better at it than I was, and I got intimidated and stopped. Excuse me. Oh my goodness. Do you have a pet? Kind of. I have a dog who I got as my dog when I lived with my parents. And then when I moved out, she stayed with my parents. So she's their dog now. But I also am at my parents' house almost every day because that's where my recording studio is. So I see her all the time. My little Delilah. Little Delulu. You inspired me to write music, but I struggle writing songs. How do I write a song? Well, there's a lot of ways that you can write songs. I think a good place to start is to just learn the structure, basic songwriting structure of verse, pre-chorus, chorus, verse, pre-chorus, chorus, bridge, chorus, or, verse, pre-hook, verse, pre-hook, whatever it is. You can look all that stuff up online, just basic songwriting structure. Listen to songs you like, break them down. And then just start. I mean, it kind of has to just come out of you. You can just literally come up with a story. You can look up songwriting prompts online. You can try to write a song for an artist that you like, or a song from anyone else's perspective. Just can be about your life. It really can be anything. There's no rules to this. Are you good at arm wrestling? I'm not particularly good at arm wrestling, no. I'm hungry. I think I'm gonna get some Thai food tonight. I think I'm gonna order a pumpkin curry, and I'm gonna get a side of jasmine rice, and then tomorrow I'm gonna use the leftover curry sauce, and I'm gonna fry it up with the rice, and I'm gonna put an egg on top. It's gonna be so good. Emlyn! My love! Hi, babes. Wanna eat dinner with me? Yes! What time are you coming over? Because we can order food, and then we can all eat it together in the studio. You're coming to the studio, right? Max is already there. I'll go over there in a few. Are you coming at 7:30 or 8? I can't remember. I'll come like now. Honestly, I'm down. Should I hang up this call and see if Max is ready? Yeah, that was my question. Fire. All right, everyone, this has been fun. I have to go figure out dinner plans. Love you all dearly. This has been great.